What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video. And that's right, folks, your boy Doody's been gone for quite some time. He's been taking, he took a little vacation with the family, chilled, relaxed, recharge, and is ready to go for 2025. And of course, what does your boy Doody want to do? Well, he wants to do two things. One, 11 o'clock, going to be streaming. That's right, going to be streaming. And I got a big announcement, folks. Got some big news. If you got some time, come check it out. And the second thing, of course, is I want to catch up on Phil, see what he's been up to, and of course, do one of my famous commentary style videos on our boy. And of course, we're going to be talking about what happened last night, and oh my lord, if you didn't watch any of the content, go check it out. It's some funny ass stuff, especially with Phil melting down over low support. Apparently, Iron Chef Sakai couldn't leave his mom's basement and borrow her credit card and drop a tip last night. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
So then, ladies and gentlemen, the big question mark, tonight on the late stream, per your requests, for over 2 weeks, people have been saying, Phil, why aren't you playing Marvel Rivals? Don't you know that Marvel Rivals has a huge amount of players on Steam? It's breaking records. Everyone's talking about it. Why aren't you playing it? Because I did. I played it in the summer when the beta was out. It died within a week. People didn't like it. I played it when it came out in December. It died within a few sessions, 15 hours, and people were complaining and weren't showing up or supporting it. So tonight, I said, I'll bring it back for your requests. This will be its last chance. Guys, I played Marvel Rivals for an hour, and here's what happened. I tried playing as Invisible Woman, okay? I played one game with her, and then I found out apparently everyone wants to play with her because she kept getting selected every single game. So instead of using her, I said, all right, I'll try Reed Richards. And I was really trying to figure out Reed Richards, and some people in the chat were trying to help me figure it out. He's incredibly complicated, okay? I just can't get my hands on how he's supposed to be played. Is he a tank style? Is he supposed to be buffing the team? It just doesn't make sense. He's got a move that grabs but buffs the team. You grab an enemy, but you buff your team. What? I couldn't figure it out. I was trying to learn. And so I played for an hour, all right? Again, not knowing what to make of it. Guess how much I made in an hour? Are you ready for this? Less than $10. In an hour of playing Marvel Rivals tonight, I had one $5 tip and one $2 super chat. That was literally it. Then, because the hour had passed, a couple trolls came in and did like dollar tips and dollar super chats to act like, oh, look at this, haha, he's not getting any support. So after the hour, I said, what do you want to do? And of course, the chat is full of trolls. I'm not even kidding. Full of fucking trolls. All insulting, saying dumb shit. I said, fuck this game. This is 3 times I've tried it. It does not work. All right? I'm sorry. And the thing is, I like it. I do like Marvel Rivals. But the game takes time investment to learn the characters, how to play them. And people just don't want to wait. A lot of people just keep screaming, play ranked. You want me to play ranked in a game before I even understand the basics of a character? You want me to go to ranked? That's the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. I know from competitive play in Street Fighter, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard anyone request. You don't play ranked until you know what you're doing, okay?
Oh boy, where do I start with this? Just complete nonsense. First of all, Phil, weren't you the one that said that now that the Renaissance occurred, you have the flexibility to play any game you want? And even if the support is slow on a given stream or a given playthrough, it'll be okay because you're so popular now that the other playthroughs will make up for any lost revenue. Didn't you say that, Phil? I don't remember saying that. I remember you saying that. And let's be truthful here. We know what it is, Phil. You're being propped up by several whales, one in particular, Iron Chef Sakai. And when he's not around, you're screwed. I mean, look what happened before. The first playthrough, the Dark Souls modded playthrough. You were at $100 because a couple dents came in early on the stream and dropped some subs, right? And then you literally got $1 on the Dark Souls playthrough, and then the last maybe 30 or 40 minutes, Iron Chef Sakai came in and dropped a $50 super chat, getting you to the goal. If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't have hit the goal either. And the week that I was off, I counted how many? I counted roughly about 5 playthroughs where your support was lagging, and the only reason why you hit the tip goal was because of Iron Chef Sakai. So, lo and behold, he wasn't available last night. He wasn't there. I don't know what happened. Maybe his mom threw him out the house because she had to clean the basement, put some fresh sheets. I don't know. Or maybe he was tapped out. I don't know. I don't give a shit. But he couldn't come through and drop super chats. So, of course, what do you do after an hour of playing the game poorly? That's the key phrase here, folks. Poorly. Because if you watch any of my game footage, clips, he was straight garbage. So if you watch any of that, he played the game poorly and expected people to come out and wail out for him just because he brought back a game that some idiots wanted to see him play. Now, the other thing here, Phil, is you like to bitch and complain about support, right? Every single person that's on that stream, even trolls that are watching you on DSP Gaming, every single one of them are supporting you in some fashion. That's a dirty little secret that we don't like to talk about. How are they supporting you? Well, they may not be giving you actual tips or super chats or memberships or whatever, right? But they're doing a few things. One, they're giving you engagement. They're on your stream and giving you engagement. If they're chatting, they're giving you even more engagement. They're probably watching ads because you force ads through your gameplays. It's not like you shut ads off and then once you publish the video, then you put ad. No, you have ads running through the video. You have mid-rolls running, which you have to watch. So everyone there, Phil, everyone in your chat is supporting you somehow. And let's not even mention the hundreds of non-existing members, right? That because some Iron Chef Sakai, Hiseo, whoever the OIC, whoever the idiot of the day is that drops memberships, they go out to random people and they get them. So everyone, again, that's there is supporting you, Phil. But because you're not hitting this arbitrary goal of $150 and you're made to look stupid, right? Because you hype it up and you make such a big thing about it. Phil, here's some advice. If you didn't make such a big thing about it, no one would give a fuck. I mean, you were a guy that barely cracked $50 a day. And now you average what? Between $80 to $120. If you want to average it out, that's probably what you get. You know, you're the only one that makes a big deal of it. You're the one that decides to go overtime because you want to hit this arbitrary goal of 150. So, of course, since you make it such a big thing, detractors are going to glam onto it and make it a bigger thing. That's why every video nowadays it has the Iron Chef Sakai word in it, because I know it burns you that the detractors are saying that you got one whale propping you up, which, of course, is the truth. So again, Phil, if you don't want it to be a big thing or a big deal, stop making it a big deal. Stop making it this big fucking thing that you need to hit the $150 tip goal every stream. Okay? And another thing, Phil, what happened to this bullshit that, we restructured the dent streak so that it didn't matter that we had to hit the goal every single stream. That it's okay if we don't hit the dent streak or we don't hit the goal every day. Because there's going to be other times where you may double or triple it. What happened to that whole nonsense? I love how you forget that bullshit and don't even mention it. What you rather do is you rather go on stream, play the game poorly for an hour, and then bitch and complain that no one's supporting. Again, Phil, no one's buying your bullshit. No one's buying your fucking nonsense, bro. The only one buying it are the 10 regarded individuals in your chat that believe everything you say. Everyone else doesn't buy shit you say, Phil. So what you're selling, bro, no one's buying it. But I guess since you need to cope and you have this fragile mental psyche where you need to believe that people like you and people support you, I guess these are the lengths you need to go to keep up that narrative, which we all know just doesn't exist. So let's keep going.
So, after an hour, I said, screw this. I've learned my lesson. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Well, fool me 3 times. That's the end of it. 3 strikes, you're out. I stopped playing Marvel Rivals. I changed my setup to do Q&A here. I sat here and I talked to people and we went back and forth between the camera here a little bit. We shot the shit. And guess what happened, folks? I made 5 times the amount that I made playing Marvel Rivals. So, it surely wasn't a great night. Okay, to be honest. But guess what? People were engaged. People were having fun conversation. We were actually enjoying each other's company because I hadn't done a late night chill stream in a long time. People had a great time, and I still made over $60 with contributions tonight. So, sorry, Marvel Rivals, we're done. I tried. It's like, it really is sad that I don't have the ability to just play anything anymore, but I don't. And I got to understand my limitations. I don't have the ability to just play whatever I want anymore. I have to accept that. There's going to be things that aren't going to work. And if anything, based off of the Marvel Rivals situation, I'm glad that I didn't listen to the people screaming at me for not continuing with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, or screaming at me for not actually buying and playing Metaphor. Because the thing is, I liked those games and I wanted to play them and continue them, but it would have been the same situation where I go back to it and I do a stream, no one shows up, only trolls, and then no support at all. I can't do it, If anything, and I said this, I did an hour of impromptu Q&A where everyone had a good time, okay? But I came to this determination during the impromptu Q&A. I am no longer a content creator that is going to force myself to play through an entire game anymore if no one wants it, all right? Just being honest. If we get to a point where I try a game and I do a few streams and the interest is weighing, I'm done with it. We're going to move on and we're going to go do something people want. I'm not going to force myself to keep playing a game that no one else wants to see and no one else will support. Sorry. I mean, that was probably one of the major reasons that I got myself into the trouble I did financially for a very long time. Because here I am committing to giant long playthroughs of games that no one wants to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one is asking for me to do a lengthy playthrough of the game and I'm forcing myself to do it. So now we got weeks and months of me playing a game that no one's showing up for, no one's supporting. And then you get people say, well, wow, we wanted the other game, so now I'm not going to come back until full plays the game I want. And, I think that this is something that, the problem is I've been such a long-standing content creator. I started doing this back in the day when YouTube was a completely different animal, right? Back in the days of the 2010s, the early 2010s, right? Today, things are very different. Today, you have to move at your market. You have to see what people want, what the market will bear, and play what the market will bear and create the content people want. I can't just play things for the love of it anymore. It doesn't work. And that's sad to say, but I'm a realist. I'm a businessman as well as someone who loves games. I have to do what's right for myself, my family, and my audience. I can't just sit here and do whatever I want. Do I want to play Marvel Rivals? Yes. Does it work? No. I tried it 3 times. I'm done with the game. I'm not going to entertain any more people requesting it. If anyone requests it, I'm going to tell them to shut up. Because I should have showed up one of the 3 times I played it and supported it then. If you didn't, shame on you for trying to ask for it again. Okay? So, moving forward, I'm not saying that I'm not going to play a lot more games, but if we try a game and it doesn't work, I'm just going to move on. The truth is, I can afford it. I did this with Path of Exile recently. Path of Exile 2, we played it one stream, didn't work. That's fine, move on. Don't need to commit to keep playing a game that's not working, okay? So, we're done with Marvel Rivals. The chill Q&A went well. I actually feel that if I had announced chill Q&A, it would have went even better. It probably would have been a full night, and we probably would have hit the goal. If anything, I'm a little disappointed because here's the deal. Tomorrow is Smart Guys. On Smart Guys, that doesn't hit my goal. Like, it doesn't count towards my goal because it's a completely different show that's between myself and Ashton, and we share everything in it.
Alrighty, so right there, let's get to the heart of it, Phil. Phil's upset because he didn't hit the goal. Again, it comes down to money with this guy with everything. Money is his number 1, 2, and 3 priority in his life, and nothing else matters. It doesn't give a shit. I mean, the guy can make $149.99 or $149, and he'd be pissed off that he didn't hit the $150 goal. Bro, you are pathetic. And the other thing is, he went overtime. I think he went to about 12:50, 12:55. I mean, going another, 45, 50 minutes late. What happened to this? I gotta spend time with Soulmate, Phil. See, this is why people nitpick everything you do, Phil. Because you lie. You lie. You try to garner sympathy from your dents to secure tips early, because that was the whole scheme about this. That was the reason why he decided to move up his scheduled time so that people would feel sympathy for him and say, oh, Phil doesn't have enough time to spend with his wife. He wants to leave just a little bit earlier so that he can spend an additional 15 minutes with her. But the only way that's going to work is if people step up and support. That's literally what Phil did. That was the scheme. And when no one did it, no one gave a shit. No one cared. People would fucking say, it would be like 12:30. And people would be like, dude, don't you have to go spend time with your wife? Go leave. I mean, it became ridiculous. And the same thing happened last night. People were on his chat saying, I thought you said you were leaving. Go spend time with your wife. And he was just banning people. Again, this is nothing but a cope over low support. It has nothing to do with the game, has nothing to do with enjoyment, engagement. It has nothing to do with the trolls. It simply had to do with money. Because trust me, if he would have hit $150 last night, he wouldn't have gave 2 shits about the trolls or anything else. He would have said it was an amazing playthrough. People came out, and he's going to play Marvel Rivals again as long as they continue supporting it. The jig is up, Phil. No one believes what you have to say, bro. You really need to stop with the scope. You really do. And again, it just goes to the fact that he tries to make people believe nonsense. Like, no one believes, Phil, that, no, I was going to point out a fact that, I'm not even going to get into because I don't want to get in trouble, but I don't want to get myself demonetized for saying what I want to say. But anyway, Phil, it's just some utter nonsense with this guy. And of course, he's going to bring it up today on his podcast. That's going to be the focus. The focus is going to be, he doesn't have a podcast today, after the podcast. The focus will be money and support. And of course, if he does get to play a game, it'll be short. And of course, he resets his goals because tomorrow is Smart Guys or whatever. And of course, that doesn't count towards the tip goal or the dent streak. Ridiculous. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Make sure if you have time to come out today at 11 o'clock. Big announcement. All right, fellas. Peace out.